Hey there guys, how's it going? Hope you're all doing well, and thanks for checking out today's video. I've got quite a long video for you guys today. It's a questions and answers session, so you might want to just put on your headphones, chill out, maybe browse the internet, put your game on or whatever, and just chill and listen to all this stuff, because it's almost going to be more of a podcast. I wanted to do a Q&A video because you guys don't really get a chance to know me. I don't really post much on Twitter and Instagram. I'm not live streaming much at the moment. So I'm not like one of these creators where you get a good idea of who I am and what I'm all about. So I thought it might be a nice opportunity to do that. I used to do those things a lot, but playing official PvP on Ark, like I don't really live stream much. So I thought it'd be something cool to do. And I know a lot of you have joined recently since watching the small tribe servers. Also, kind of embarrassingly, I didn't have any video footage for the day. However, the reason I haven't posted in over a week is because I have been working super hard on trying to get some footage for you guys to give you guys some good content. If I don't post in like more than a few days, don't think that I'm not like doing stuff for the channel, unless I specifically say I'm not on Twitter or Discord, that I'm away doing other stuff. Obviously I post on my community tab on YouTube as well what I'm up to. I was working on stuff that allowed me to get a good amount of content for this week, so if you haven't turned notifications on, now be a great time to do it, because we've got two big videos this week. We've got an offline server grief that was really fun, and also we've got a huge raid. This is probably one of the biggest 6-man raids you would have ever seen on Ark Survival Evolved Small Tribes, so make sure you look out for that one. And also, before I get stuck into the questions, make sure you follow me on Twitch, because I do want to stream a lot more soon. Obviously my Twitter is just JX23, and I've got the Discord channel as well. All of that good stuff is there for you in that description. So anyway, let's get on with these questions. Angry Wizard starts by saying, will you ever play Xbox again? I don't think I will. I've got no real reason. I used to play Xbox because I liked the community on console a little bit better. I felt like it was a little bit more balanced. You got a good mix of people. Like, not everyone was a super try hard all the time. But now I'm playing PC. I can't really go back now. I've got a really great community of people that I know on PC also. Obviously the super smooth frame rates, the more responsive menus, the sharper controls. It's just like Ark, but that little bit better. And I can't see myself going back to console now. I did try playing console a little bit, and I was just like, ugh, I just can't do it. I just can't adjust. So probably not until like the next iteration of either Ark comes out or the next console comes out, like the next Xbox or the next PS4, but that could be some way off. Cameron asks, who would win in a server war, Xbox or PS4? I honestly think that we're at the point now where the game's been out long enough on both systems that it'd basically be pretty even. Like, there's no real thing that would give anyone an advantage on Xbox or PS4, and even PC. Like, obviously PC has the advantage that it's been out a bit longer. Sometimes PC players are a bit more hardcore, but PC obviously have the advantage of, like I've already said, the sharper controls, the higher frame rates, just the ability to do everything so much faster, which is very, very important in Ark. So I think it would be pretty even. Next question was, do I do Ark full time? Which I think is a bit of a weird question, but I think they're phrasing it as in, do I do YouTube full time? Is this video creation thing my full time job, or do I do something else? And yes, it is. I've been full-time on YouTube for about 6 years. It's been absolutely awesome. I'm like so grateful that I've managed to find myself an outlet where I can make a living off of doing this stuff. There's been lots of hard times. There's been some great times as well. It's definitely no walk in the park, but having the freedom to do something creative, something I can enjoy, something that inspires me, something that motivates me, it's absolutely incredible. So I'm very grateful to be able to do YouTube. I don't know if I'll be able to do it forever, obviously, and in all honesty, I thought I should tell you guys I have applied for some jobs outside of YouTube, but I'm only going for jobs that are super dream jobs, and they are things that I'm either not likely to get or things that might allow me to keep doing my YouTube stuff as well. So I'm not looking to get away from YouTube like right now, but obviously for someone who's been doing it 6 years, I would like to diversify my life a little bit, get some more life experiences, work on some different things. Like it's almost a bit like Groundhog Day sometimes, although YouTube can be a lot of fun and it's great to see the growth. It would be nice to have a bit more variety in my life, and I think I may be ready for that soon. So who knows? Obviously no big changes will happen, and if they do, I will let you know as soon as they do. Next up, show us some tips on raiding. Just watch the videos, to be honest, guys. Just watch the raid videos. You'll pick up plenty of stuff. You'll learn as you watch. And I have done some PvP tips videos in the past, although they are a little bit dated now, so I might do a new one soon. Desmond asks, dogs or cats? Well, I've got dogs, so it's obviously dogs for me. Vane says, did you meet all your mates in Ark? No one that I actually is like a face-to-face friend I've met in Ark, but I would call some people I play Ark friends. But no, none of my people that I actually hang out with outside of video games I met through Ark. What was your favourite moment in Ark? Balu asks. We've got a few Ark questions here, so stick with it. Favourite moment? I can't pick one. I've done so many things in Ark, but I have to say some of the best moments, this is weird, is when you find like a tame, you knock out a wild creature, like you find a 150 stego, and it has like that magic health roll. Like that is so cool. Like I love those moments, but also the raids and the defenses, although there's a little bit of like saltiness with them sometimes. It's like toxicity, and that's not that fun, but the actual combat can be fun, and the crazy moments, the adrenaline rush can be cool. But yeah, if I actually think of something random, I think finding that one wild dino with the incredible stat, because it's so super rare. Like not only do you have to find the top level dino, but you have to find that crazy stat roll, and then it has to tame with the stat roll. That gives me a little bit of a buzz. Don't get me wrong, I really like that aspect of Ark. He also asked, what do you think was the best update Ark ever released? Probably the flyer nerf, although I do think Quetzals are still too slow. I don't think it'd do any harm to make them like 125 movement speed compared to where they are now. And I don't think it would do any harm to increase the speed of Argents a little bit as well. It just makes them no fun to farm. And, you know, farming should be something that is, you know, you have to grind for, but you don't really need to be super slow on your Quetz. Next question, what do you do enjoy besides playing video games? I am quite into fitness at the moment. I quite like boxing, which is ironic because of all the YouTube boxing that's going around at the moment. I am quite into sports in general. I quite like cooking, which is something you might not expect from me. I am a bit of a casual chef. I'm not great, but I do enjoy making foods and like cooking for people. It's something I just like doing. I like creating, you know, I'm a creator. Oh, and obviously I'm a huge music person. I did a degree in music production. You won't find me without having all the software on my computer. I use Reason at the moment. I've got some really nice VST plugins and all that, and I randomly just make beats and stuff. I used to be that kid who would sit there and make beats all day in his bedroom and just come out of all these like CDs and mixtapes of beats and stuff, and I still do it just casually now. I also play guitar, so generally a bit of a musician, and I really enjoy music. It's something that really speaks to me, I guess. And obviously other than that, I just enjoy watching the odd TV shows. I like comedies. I think my favorite at the moment, and probably ever, is Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I must have watched it all like about 20 times. I'm not afraid to admit, absolutely love that. Not massive into movies, although obviously there are some great movies around that I've enjoyed. Favorite dinosaur? Always get this question. I find it kind of meh question. I don't know about favorite dinosaur. Next up, what do you think Ark is still missing and should be added to the game? What is it missing? That is a good point. I think it's missing a bit more variety in some official servers, like a solo player official server, maybe a duos, maybe some more boosted official servers. Yes, we can have unofficial, but it's not the same. And I know it's not like easy to just implement loads of official servers because they've got to keep them up, we've got to keep them running, they've got to admin them, but I think a bit more variety in official servers would be great. How old am I and where do I live? Well, I'm definitely a lot older than most of you guys. I'm the wrong side of 30, put it that way. So I'm probably one of the older YouTubers that most of you guys watch who does gaming stuff. And where do I live? I live in England. I actually live in Essex, for any of you who want to know roughly where I live. But yeah, I'm English, or British, I guess as you Americans would say. I live in Essex, which is near London, basically, if you don't really know the UK that well. I basically live around London. Prediction says, will you play Dayz on Xbox when it comes out if it runs at 1080p, 60 FPS? I absolutely will not, because number one, I don't even know where my Xbox is, if I even have one. I gave my Xbox One X to my niece as a Christmas present because I didn't really like it and she really wanted an Xbox. And I think I have another Xbox lying around somewhere, but I don't even know where it is. Also, if I was going to play Dayz again, it would definitely be on PC, and I wouldn't play Dayz regular standalone unless it was a crazy huge update. And some of you might be wondering why I got this question. I actually used to stream a lot of Dayz, and that is the game that got me into survival games. So that's probably the reason I ended up playing Ark, because I was into any survival game that was around, and the Dayz Arma 2 mod was something I really enjoyed playing in my spare time and live streaming outside of YouTube. So yeah, Dayz was something I really enjoyed. But unless there's some huge update, I don't see myself playing it. In all honesty, I think that other games could probably take the place of what Dayz did and then grow on it. Dayz is actually the game that spawned a lot of games. I know that a lot of you might not think the Battle Royale is like a Dayz thing, but there was a Battle Royale in Dayz, and Battle Royale originally, PlayerUnknown's, came out as an Arma 2 mod. I think it's like a Dayz style mod. So yeah, it's had its place in history. I think it's probably time that most people moved on from it. I main asked if I would make a series on PvP with a small YouTuber like me. I wouldn't specifically go out to make a series with a YouTuber as like a gimmick or anything. Obviously, I played with Kishko. Kishko is actually a big YouTuber, definitely in terms of Ark, more popular than I am even. But you'll notice that I didn't really put his name in any of the videos. It wasn't like a big thing made of it. It wasn't like part of the series. But even some of the people I play with now have YouTube channels. They stream, and I didn't play with them because of that, but it just so happened they did. And I would play with YouTubers, but not in terms of like, oh, here's a small YouTuber, let's promote them. You know, that'd be a bit random. If I wanted to do that, I'd do that outside of the main series, or maybe in a different way. Delta Dibs asked, when do you start YouTube? What's the first video you ever made? Well, the first videos I ever made, I actually put my webcam in front of my TV monitor and recorded me playing a bit of FIFA. So funny thinking back to it, but I remember it. I scored this like really long range goal and I wanted to record it somehow, but all I could do was point my webcam at my TV screen and just record that. And then I actually did the same with like some Call of Duty gameplay. And then I just started playing Call of Duty. I ended up buying a Harparg HD PVR, which is like ancient technology these days, but it was all the rage, and I started recording playing Call of Duty clan matches like Search and Destroy on COD 4 and whatever, just so that I had some footage of what I was doing for the leaderboards. I used to play on like websites, and then I saw people commentating over the gameplay on YouTube, and then I thought that was pretty cool. It took off from there. So up until like 2016, 2017, my channel was a Call of Duty based channel, or at least FPS games, and then I would live stream survival games and anything else on the side. So yeah, that's where I kind of came from, and that's why you see, like, although I have 400,000 subs, I don't have like 100,000 views a video, because I had 300,000 subscribers before I even played Ark. So only the last like 100,000, I think even less than that, maybe the last 50,000 have come since I've been playing Ark. Quick question to answer here. Are you still in Kishko's tribe? No, I'm not. I mean, if you've been watching the videos and paying attention, you would see that I mentioned that in the videos. We got offline there, and then after that, we broke off and went our separate ways into other tribes. Josh Fan asked, why do you still love Ark? Also, keep up with the work. Thanks, Josh. I will try to. I love Ark because it gives you an experience like no other. No other game out there competes with Ark. Once you know the game, and this is why it's such a cult game, once you know the game and what it offers in terms of like the PvP, like it's a hardcore game. There's so much on the line when you play. I mean, it doesn't have to be just, you know, roll up with stone tools and only live in a thatched base for your whole life. But if you want to progress in the game, it can be really intense. And obviously there is just such variety to it. You've got the fighting and PvP, so people enjoy that. But there's also the survival aspect, the maintaining aspect. There's so many little things to do. It keeps your mind busy, but also gives you those exciting moments like finding that dream dream tame, finding that base with like all that amazing gear in. Like there's literally no other game that offers the experience Ark does, and if you're into it, then you're kind of stuck with Ark, in all honesty. Like I tried to look into new survival games. I was looking forward to Rend, and I thought I'd be really into that, but it just doesn't play that well in my opinion. And the other game was obviously Rust is quite cool, and I'd love to get a little bit into that. Although the fact that I know so much about Ark, that gives me an advantage. Really makes it difficult for me to make Rust content as a complete noob. Like I wouldn't really know what I was doing. So much to learn that I don't know, and a lot of people probably look at Ark that way. So yeah, it's very difficult to get out of this genre, although who knows, maybe with a sequel or something else I will move on to other things, although there are some things coming out soon that I'll be able to tell you guys about, which will mean some more variety on my channel, but all of that will be coming soon. Who are your role models in life and why? This is a tough question. I can't actually think of any like specific role models. I definitely take inspiration from people who do great things and achieve great things, but I don't have like anyone's poster hung up on my wall. I'm a full-grown man, so I don't know. Just anyone who achieves great things, people who have great attitudes in life, and people who are very positive, and people who are very motivated. I find that very inspiring, because it can be very tough to do. You know, life can really hammer you down. It can be really tough at times, especially the older you get, the more things you see, the more things you go through. So to find people who are able to motivate themselves through that, I aspire to be like that as well. And so anyone who's like that, I will take some inspiration from and see them as a bit of a role model, I guess, in a way. The next question is, what's your favourite map and place to build? I quite like the centre, you know. It's ironic because I don't play much on the centre. But I guess it's got to be the centre in Ragnarok. Ragnarok just has everything. That's the main thing, Ragnarok. It has everything. It's also big enough for quite a few tribes to survive on. If the centre had everything, I think I'd probably like the centre most, although it can be annoying travelling. I don't like the way in the centre that the redwoods is just like out of the way. That's kind of annoying. I wish it was all kind of closer to each other. But favourite place to build? Ooh, that's a rough one. I think my favourite base I had was the ice cave on Ragnarok, which is underneath the ice lake. But I don't know. Looking back at it now, I think it was probably easier to raid than I'd hoped. But that was a cool place to build. Next question, Jay. Why did you leave the PS4 community and join the PC Screebs? We miss you. Well, actually, I was playing PS4 Pro, and the game runs quite nice on PS4 Pro, so it's not a bad experience at all. And I bought myself a new monitor, 1440p monitor. I thought I'd upgrade from the 1080p. And I thought, oh, I'll load up Ark up on this monitor, see how it looks on ultra settings. Got a really nice graphics card and PC. Thanks to PC Specialist, who are a sponsor of mine. Make sure to check out their PCs in the description. Oh, by the way, I should mention, I actually have made some custom-built PCs with PC Specialist. They've been a sponsor of mine for about 3 years now. They're really good, make very, very good custom-made PCs. And I've custom-made 3 different PCs for all different budgets, as well as some laptops as well. So the cheapest that will run the games you want, along with a medium tier, and then a higher tier as well. So make sure you check those out, because I put a lot of time and effort into trying to make those for you guys. Link for those guys is in the description. Steve Bowen asks, can you play Fortnite and make videos on it? I did actually make a Fortnite video a little while ago. It didn't do very well though, and I don't really see myself becoming a Fortnite player. I think that kind of ship has sailed, although I do think it's a pretty fun game. I appreciate Fortnite. I think it's good. Like, I like the building in it. I like the way that they actually came out of a battle royale that runs smoothly, like it's what everyone wanted. It's free to play on all platforms. I think it's a good game in general. I just don't see myself playing it. I'm focused on my YouTube and bringing my YouTube forward, obviously being full-time as well. And if things don't tick all the boxes for me in terms of not only I enjoy them and I think they're good, but they're going to be good for me to post videos on, there'll be things I can record, then I probably don't do them. That kind of stuff, any game like that, I'll probably live stream. So if you want to follow me on Twitch, you might end up seeing me play other games such as Fortnite. Someone asked, are you planning on playing Anthem? And I might try it out, although it looks a bit like Destiny mixed with, God, what was that game? The Division? in a sci-fi setting, which could be fun. It all depends on the game. To be honest, almost any game, I do not, decide if I'm going to be quote unquote playing it until I've played it. You can look at a game and it looks like it's going to be everything that you would want from a game, like The Division kind of looked to me, to be honest. And then you play it, you're like, it's just not for me, and So I don't know. I don't get too excited about any games really until I play them and I get to see what they're all about, and then I'm like, wow, this is like really good. And so, no, I'm not like planning on playing it in terms of like doing videos on it, but I might end up enjoying it. So who knows? Someone asked, out of all your series, which one did you have the most fun playing? I liked your center playthrough on PS4 official. Yeah, I did like the PS4, like the first PS4 series. They were kind of cool because it was very early days in PS4. Not many people knew what they were doing, and it was just funny, like the solo life. It was just good times. It was good times there. So I guess the start of the PS4 official series. Vapesy asks, how do you feel about a lot of ARK YouTubers quitting recently? And also, will you ever play console again? Question I get a lot of, which I've kind of answered here. A lot of ARK YouTubers quitting. Are they, though? I don't know. I saw Muntage post a vlog saying that he's quitting ARK, but I think that just means he might quit it forever. I don't know. He said in the vlog that he might play again when the expansion comes out. But I don't know too many. Are they all quitting? Are they all quitting ARK, or are they quitting YouTube in general? I don't know many that are, so it's hard for me to comment on what I think about them doing it. But I could understand it. I can understand people deciding not to record ARK anymore. I've had that. I think even about 3 months ago, I remember posting on Twitter, I was saying, like, I don't think I can play official PvP anymore. It's just too stressful, too much anxiety. It's not good for you mentally. Puts you in a bad place, like waking up every day stressed. It's not good. And then having lost all this stuff, and sometimes you'll put in hours and hours and days of work and get nothing for it in terms of what you can, things you can do for your YouTube or things you can record. So it's very, very rough to do ARK on YouTube, especially if you do it full time. So I can completely understand it and sympathize with it. However, I do think that it is, what keeps me going is, like I said, it's a game like no other. I see the potential in it. There's always updates, even though there's not been many updates recently. They've added the new servers, which has really helped. Then obviously there's going to be the DLC, which should get a lot of people on. And then who knows? Obviously there was that leak for Atlas, and I don't know what Atlas is, but it looks like it's a new game that's kind of maybe a bit like ARK and could be a lot of fun. So I don't see myself going away from this genre for a while. Who knows? Unless I was to change jobs, or for whatever reason I really enjoyed other games, I'll probably be sticking with the ARK style stuff. So I can definitely understand why people would quit ARK, even if it's for a few weeks or a few months, but won't be happening with me anytime soon. Final question, it's a bit of a long one from Joe, and it basically says that he enjoys the video, but he finds that a lot of people are just doing the same old stuff. Is there any way you could mix it up a little bit with your content? And I would like to, my friend Joe. There's a few problems with that. Now, obviously, sometimes I think about my videos and I think, how could I make these more entertaining? How could I make them more fun? How could I make them more exciting to edit? More, make them things that would be, a bit of a change for me. For instance, I see some videos of other games and they're like a lot more edited. There's a bit more narrative. Like sometimes I think, oh, maybe I should add a bit more of like a story to this. A lot more focus on the music and the placement and the timing and high editing. But there's a few reasons for that. Number one, a lot of the time, and I've been doing YouTube a long time, so it's something I know very well, you can put a lot of effort into a project and it can not really pay off. Now, don't get me wrong, that's something you should never ever push yourself to do new and interesting things, but at the same time, YouTube is a business for people like me, and I have to weigh up my time versus the payoff. And that's very important. Time is precious. The more time I can save, the more time I can hang out with my friends, my family, do other things I enjoy in life. Take my dog for more walks. My dog would like to go out and about more and play with him and all of that kind of stuff. So doing things that would mix it up a little bit, are a little bit tricky, because I feel like for me that would mean just making things a bit more like a movie. And also I feel like sometimes people don't come to YouTube for that. If people want to watch that kind of thing, they'll watch a TV series, they'll watch a movie. But if they want just some more amateurish style footage and to relate a little bit more to what they're watching, they will watch YouTube. But maybe you mean in a different way. Maybe you don't mean in terms of higher production or whatever, you just mean doing different things. And I just feel like the style I'm doing at the moment is just the kind of content I would want to watch. So it's the kind of content that I will do. If things mix up, like you see some channels, all of a sudden you turn around and instead of doing ARC videos, they're like news channels or something, or gossip channels, or they're just doing Fortnite all of a sudden, because like, oh look, everyone's doing Fortnite, let's do Fortnite, guaranteed success. No, it doesn't work like that, I'm afraid. So it's something I think about, but something that doesn't always happen, but sometimes it does. You know, my style of videos has changed over the years. I used to do commentaries, just plain commentaries over gameplay. I used to do montages. I used to do tips videos. I used to do weapon guides, and now I do like playthroughs. It's basically like a PvP edited playthrough, the style of video that I do. So who knows, maybe it will change again in the future, but we will have to see. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. I'm sorry I've had to disable comments. I kept approving people's comments, and then they would edit their comment and give out our server information. So yeah, thanks for completely ruining my community, guys who would do that. You're absolute screeps, mate. And that really freaking sucks. It's another reason why I'd like to stream, so I can just interact with people live. But who knows? I might put comments back on again soon, especially if I like change what I'm doing, and giving out server information isn't such a big deal and won't affect my channel so much. But I don't know, it's super disappointing, because I love that sense of community, and obviously I'm not too active on other social media, so I don't really get that sense of community outside the comments. But if you do enjoy the videos, guys, show the love, smash the likes button, and that shows me there's people there enjoying it instead of the comments, which I can't have because people just hate life and they hate fun. God damn it. Hey, that's it for now, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget, 2 big videos coming this week, and I will see you next time.